All right, y'all. You know what time it is. It is the deep dive. I know we were supposed to start at 10 p.m., but sometimes things happen, but we are here now. We're going to have a good conversation. This is our deep dive series. And in this series, we are going in on the family court. And so if you watch the other day's episode, a few days ago, I think that was Friday night, kind of laid out the issues surrounding family court and provided quite a bit of information there to kind of set up our discussion. And then I think what's helpful and important is to actually have a discussion for folks that are impacted by that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring our guest on. How you doing there, Brandon? You're muted there.
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
There you go. Well, man, I'm blessed and highly favored. I can't complain, and no one listens anyway. So, it's all good.
Yeah.
Mm. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get on into it. So glad that you can join us this evening. I'm going to pull this on up so we can kind of frame our discussion here. Go ahead and put it this way. Let me see how that's going to work. Let me do this. You're there, and then we're here. All right. So, why do you feel the need to tell your story?
Honestly,
Yeah.
because I know that it can help a lot of people who need to make bigger decisions in their life, bigger than themselves. Um, this impacts, I feel like, all black men in society today who are coming up and may be faced with this dilemma. Um, I feel like as a person that has been representing themselves in court, um, that come from a background of trial and error, learning, raising yourself, being self sufficient, being your own person, being your own man. Um, this can probably give light into what's going on in court and how you're perceived and how you are impacted with challenges that you didn't necessarily feel that you would face if you were acting in the best interest and just being a better person for your kids. Um,
Absolutely. Speaking
I feel like
offline.
the value of black men um, isn't really appreciated that much.
Mm,
I feel like um, I think a lot of black men feel like this, not just me. That at the end of the day, we can be the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? We can be the easy target. It's so easy to be against us for any reason. We're against ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We don't really preach that, you know what I'm saying, upon ourselves to be brotherly and loving our brother and uplifting each other, you know what I'm saying, like that much at all. So like it's easy for any other race or any other like fraction, even a division of people, even a belief system to be against us. Like it doesn't take much. So yeah, we got to work twice as hard to get half as far. But it's not going to stop us. It's not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's still success for us. You know what I'm saying? There's still, our voice can be heard, change can happen. Um, there's people that overcome it. You know what I'm saying? All of us don't have to shoot basketballs and tap dance. You know what I'm saying? To get a check. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
To get respect. You know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying? We can be just black fathers. Um, the absence of black fathers and the like it's deeper, but I'm not going to touch into all the all the uh what do you call it, mainstream media is pushing. I'm not
Yeah.
going to touch all that, but I just feel like the value of a black man's life is treated really really weird. It's like with short worth, and I just want to bring it to attention because I kind of feel like I'm going through a situation where it just doesn't make any sense. And when I tell people it's I don't know,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? And I don't like that answer when it comes to um, my life and the life of my kids. I
Is it
don't
fair
know.
to say that this is very isolating? This is a kind of a lonely experience.
Very. Yeah, I'm probably. I never said this to anyone. So I'm making myself really vulnerable for a lot of people who are watching this. Um, I'm displaying something that I don't really display to people. I don't display. I don't talk to a lot of people about nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm telling you this, I just want you to take it as my experience. You know what I'm saying? And what I've went through. I'm not casting aspersions on anyone. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm not calling anybody any specific names. But the way I feel, my experience, the way that I look around and see the evidence and facts and things that I can present, and none of it is considered. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's my experience to share that. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody else can be in the same situation. Like I've seen other bad situations as well for other men as well, not just me. I've sat and I've seen wild stuff that shouldn't be acceptable. I think look, the importance of a father in a child's life, it means as much as a woman's role as well. And that does not take anything away from a woman. There's things that women can give to kids and men, their kids, that we cannot, as men, do for our child. And that's a blessing from God, and I appreciate and I respect that, and I cherish women, you know what I'm saying, from the bottom of my heart, you know what I'm saying, for not only that ability, but for the grace and just from the loving spirit that they do it from. But I also, as well, feel like there's things that men and only men can teach their children as well. There's, um, I'm not going to say scientific proof and all that stuff, but there's it's documented. You know what I'm saying? It through life's experiences that you know what I'm saying. There's things that a father is going to be there for, and it's not just to like beat up the bully down the block. It's to teach you things that you know what I'm saying. You can't teach yourself like fishing and how to survive and feed yourself. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying a woman can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just if a man is present and willing to be in their child's life, you know what I'm saying? Sorry about that. They should absolutely get the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To
You said something, pretty powerful in there, and you said that we don't often hold each other down, right? So a lot of times, what you get is man up, or we all go through it. Just uh, it is what it is. Just deal with it, right? And
yeah,
so we're not able to be vulnerable. We just have to hold it in because that's what we're expected to do is just to go through. And then because we're not speaking out, we're not helping each other and we're all suffering in silence, right? And then
but
the young boys turn into young men and they go through the same thing and they're watching the cycle. And so I hope one of the things that you're hoping to get out of this is helping to break the cycle for some young man or some boy that's coming into manhood, or even a 30 or 40-year-old man that kind of wakes up and realizes, hey man, you're not in this alone, you're not wrong for how you're thinking and feeling.
true. Absolutely. I just don't think it should be that hard for a person, a father, or a parent, any parent who's been there in their child's life from before birth to after birth, before the breakup and after the breakup, to fight to see their kid the bare minimum of time, you know what I'm saying, that the court has to offer, as if our time in our life in in the child's life, as if it was as if that's in the best interest of the child. You know what I'm saying? Like when they don't understand really like what that does to a person who wants to be there for their kid and who wants to experience their child's growth and development and want to be a part of that and want to be able to instill some values and your wisdom and knowledge and your teachings and your love to your child, it, to for them to like to give you the bare minimum when there's more than enough time in the world to give it more, you know what I'm saying, time with the kid. It kind of it's kind of heartbreaking. They don't understand what that does to a black man's psychology, his psychological mind state, his mental health, and his heart and his love, and how that affects the child's everything that the father feels. That affects the child's mental health and their growth and development and their love and their upbringing. Like I just yeah, I just don't think it's like a realistic and logical way to raise a child.
All right. Well, I
Honestly,
appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing this out because that's not easy to do.
oh, it's not easy.
So no, not at all. So now we know
Yeah,
why you're telling your story. We're gonna unpack this. We're gonna keep these episodes to 30 minutes or less. One, just as what Brandon was saying, right? There's an emotional toll of going through these things, one, but two, talking about it also has its own emotional toll. So we don't want to overtax um, through the conversation, but then we
yeah,
also want you to be able to sit and digest it, right? If we come and we do some long form 2 3 hour show, you get hit with a fire hose, but we really want you to digest what you're hearing and what you're listening to because this perspective isn't shared, right? So that's what we're going to do. And so we're going to go through these questions here in the next 15 minutes, and then we're going to wrap up. And then we're going to be bringing this series, a few days a week, and just keep this saga ongoing, so that you can really get an idea of what it's like to go through this. So, you know, Brandon, what was the relationship like before your daughter came?
um, it was kind of open. It was kind of like an open relationship, more like and it wasn't like nothing super serious. We had a good relationship though. We were good friends. We went out and did things, went to concerts, had fun. My mom was like more my mom was more in my life than my father was more like. You know what I mean? So I saw my father every once in a while. He actually flew up here to come see my daughter one time.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, that was an interesting time. But yeah, I had like it was just an open relationship. We were cool. We had a just a cool understanding as friends.
So let me ask you this: so did you discuss how you would parent while you were together? Do you guys have those conversations? Like, if we had a baby, this is
Um, no, we really didn't. Individually, we did. Um, through experiences, not to each other. You know, how sometimes the universe can communicate to you. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to it, um, a lot of times it'll tell you the numbers you need to know. It'll tell you the things where you need to be, what you don't need to touch, who you don't need to be around, and also it'll kind of enlighten
well.
you a lot.
Let
But
me ask
what I mean
let me
by
ask
that,
it this way. Let me ask it this way.
mhm,
What did you think about parenthood before you found out that you were gonna be a parent? What do you think about, fatherhood? How were you gonna, uh, take that on if you were even thinking about being a father?
yeah, yeah, I had a close situation where a kid was almost mine that I gave a name to. So I kind of got psyched out before that I was gonna have a kid. It was kind of weird experience to share that, but it kind of made me since then, since 2000 and like 12, 2011, 2011, like I kind of like wonder what it would be like if I like had a kid, you know what I'm saying? And it was like a weird experience for me at the time. Um because I didn't want to have a kid at my worst moment. I always want to have a kid of my like, best moments. So like when I had a good stable job, was making great money, had a townhouse home with a garage, all that stuff. I was ready to have a kid. You know what I mean? I was prepared for it. I was better prepared for it. So yeah, putting myself in the best like when I was at the best position in life, I was more welcome into it because like a lot of my friends had kids when they were like younger. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like when I was like 16, my friends were having kids, they first born, and you know what I'm saying. By the time I had one, I was 29. So I was more welcome into it because I was looking at well, by the time my kid's 18 or 20, I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, laying up in the bed, you know what I'm saying, like not being able to get out of it. So yeah, I didn't want to be that man that couldn't run with my son. That
See,
was one of the things I didn't want my son to beat my ass. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I had yeah I wasn't I wasn't ready. So I had to get
so you
myself
mentioned
together first.
you mentioned that your father really wasn't present in your life. So did that impact, how you were gonna be a father?
Absolutely, 100%. Um,
How
everything
become
about it. So it wasn't really so much that he didn't want to be in my life. It's just I kind of moved away really far at a young age, so like it was hard for him to establish himself in my life. Like before I came to like Washington, I used to live in Mississippi for a little bit too.
oh,
You know what I'm saying? So like I was everywhere but New Orleans, like where I was born. You know what I'm saying for a few years. You know what I'm saying? So like I'll go back and forth, you know what I'm saying? But it was just always mixed up. So I can't blame my father as much. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give my mom some of that blame too. But I can't blame her either. You know what I'm saying? Life is life and it's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't around to understand the moves they had to make. But I just knew that I moved around a lot, my dad moved around a lot, so I was never in one spot, you know what I'm saying, with him. So
well,
I
put the potential blame to the side. What
yeah,
was
yeah, I
the
can't yeah.
absence of your father, did that have an impact on how you were gonna parent in your own mind?
Absolutely, 100%. I knew I needed to be there for my kid, both of them, because I went through a lot of stuff that I could have been kept out of if I did have a father in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want my kids to experience that or feel that kind of like absence. You know what I'm saying of guidance. You know what I'm saying? So I know like that I gotta be, you know what I'm saying, the best version of myself for them. So they can be the best version of themselves. You know, I gotta be there for them at all times. There's things out here that I experienced like I shouldn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a dad in my life to sit down and talk to me about, probably wouldn't have went through it. You know what I mean? So I know that yeah, I know that absence is very important. So I like being present. It's like it is a lot. It means that much more to me. You know what I'm saying? From growing up not having it, I know what it means to like have it.
You know, that's interesting, because you mentioned that a lot of your friends were having kids younger, but you waited, right? And it sounds to me
Yeah,
that that was important, right? You said a few times you wanted to be established, right? Making good money, having some security so you can raise your child
Yeah.
in the best environment that you could. So it definitely looked like you were motivated along those lines, and you weren't going to have bring a child into the world until you were set in that way. So let's
No,
jump into.
no, I was a wild boy when I was younger, man. I couldn't have no kids when you know what I'm saying? I
Well,
was a wild,
wild
like,
boys have lots of kids. That's the
no,
facts.
man, like, yeah, yeah, I was a wild juvenile delinquent, man. I could, yeah, but I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that on my. I would have changed fast. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she always used to tell me when I was like 18 that she want to have, like, when I was like 18, 19, going in that range, she want to have a kid, like a grandson. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like, I was like, no, I don't, I ain't going out there doing all that wild stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no surprise baby. She thought it was gonna be some kind of surprise stuff. She always try to jinx me with it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it was weird, yo. It was weird.
All right, all right. Well, you know what? Time goes fast. We got a few questions
But
left. We got about six
come on.
minutes. So, talk about your parenting while you were still together. So the baby is here. Before the baby came, you have this really powerful, uh, value set that look, I'm going to be present. This is what it's going to be. Were you, but before the baby was born, were you going to the doctor's appointments? Like, talk about
Oh
that a
yeah,
little bit. Then how was it
I
after?
do
Were
it.
you changing diapers?
Yeah, everything. Making bottles, changing diapers, shopping, buying whatever. I was at every single appointment. OBGYN. Watching the ultrasounds. I was there at the birth. Held her as soon as she came.
What was
Um,
that like, being there at the
that
birth?
it was a different experience. I didn't know what to expect. I was wide eyed, but like, man, it was different. Coming into a
Did
court,
you
it
watch
was
it?
different. Yeah, I watched everything, but I wasn't like right there behind the doctor's shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I was like by her side, but like I was, you know what I'm saying? No, I wasn't. I wasn't like all in there, but I had a view. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna step back, but we don't. I mean, whatever the doctor can see, I can see. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna say, you know what I'm saying? But
Brandon, I got a horror story for you, man. When
yeah,
Layla was born, it was bad. I'll tell you offline. It was really bad. It was bad.
yeah. But I didn't want to feel like the doctors could you know what I'm saying? It I felt like it was experience. I want to experience what the doctors were seeing, and I want to see what, you know what I'm saying, my daughter coming out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want the doctors to feel like, oh, they could outgross me, like like I can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? I can stomach it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see my daughter come out. Plus, I had a weird experience that like a lot of people don't know about me. When I was a kid, I broke my collarbone at birth when I was so
Mm.
like I kind of like I don't like I experience that in my mind a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to like make sure it was like a safe delivery. Like I'm
Mhm.
just like being like hoping and praying to God like it's not like a generational curse. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like please like let it. You know what I'm saying? Let my baby come out safe. Like I'm sitting there like hoping like come on baby. Come on, get through. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I can watch this. You know what I'm saying? The doctors ain't got me. You know what I'm saying? I come on, baby, get in here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to like psych myself out because inside I'm like, yo, this is probably the grossest stuff like I ever seen in person. But at the same time, this is beautiful life, and it's the best thing I ever seen in person because it's my baby. Like, but I'm like hoping like it was like a tornado, like a burrito of mixed emotions. Like I was like
Wow.
thinking like a whole bunch of things, but at the same time I was so happy. Like when she came out, she was healthy. It was just like, yeah, like my baby, you know what I'm saying? She pulled through. You know what I'm saying? And my son, you know what I'm saying? They were both like on some healthy, you know what I'm saying? Like
Nice.
my son was an OG. My son came through like an OG. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really cry that much. He was happy. He let his sister hold him right afterwards. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? He was
really?
chill. He let everybody in the family hold him. He was chill. He wasn't crying. You know what I'm saying? Hugged up on his mom. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? He felt like he was at home. And like,
Nice.
he came out and broke the trainer wheels off early. He was on it. His sister really guided him, taught him everything he needed to know.
Nice, nice. So, were you both working after the baby came? Like, how did you guys, kind of make ends
Yeah,
meet?
with with my with my daughter's mom. She was absolutely working at the time. But she wasn't working like she stopped working when she was like 8 months pregnant, and she probably went back to work like a month and a half after giving birth. Like no, 7 weeks. 7 weeks after. About a, yeah, about a month and a half. Yeah, after giving birth. Yeah, but it wasn't like she had to. She just wanted to. You know what I'm saying? She just felt like making it happen. So I was like, all right.
So how'd you
Um,
y'all make that work when you're both working? How'd that look?
we had a sitter. I believe her mom was watching our daughter at the time. And then I made the schedule at my job, so I was able to like well, she was working with me at the time. I just made whatever schedule. Like I just figured out whatever time she wanted off and whatever day she wanted off, and I just worked around it. And then like because it was just only us two that worked at the place that we worked. I wasn't working. She was working. If she was working, I wasn't working. So one of us had our daughter at the time. It all depends on who was off. But yeah, when before she went on her leave, I hired like three or four other people and whatever at this t-shirt place that I used to manage. Um, so I had created some free time, so I was able to make appointments and get her to the hospital whenever she needed to go. When her water broke, I was able to take her to the hospital at night. It was like 10 something at night when her water broke. That was
So wait a
good.
minute. You telling me while she was at work, you was doing this solo, changing the diaper and feeding the
Oh yeah,
baby with no mama there to bail you out?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Plus like my mom,
What?
she was yeah, but I did all that. Yeah, that it felt like it was easy for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was just looking out for her. I was doing her bottles, everything. You know what I'm saying? Taking her wherever she needed to go. We was having fun. We walked to the park, do a stroller thing, whatever we needed to do. She was on the bottles, so she wasn't breastfed, so it was easy to make her something to eat, something to drink. Um, her first words was "dada." You know what I'm saying? That was that was a special moment, man. First hearing her first words, that was wild. I still got all the videos. I probably watch them like
Oh, nice.
every
Nice.
every month or something like that. Yeah, you know how it comes on the what happened this year, last year in your photos. Yeah, the memories things. Yeah, yeah. Her videos will pop up. Her saying dad. Yes, things like that.
Yeah, that's
But
so funny. I was taking Layla to grandma's house, a couple hours ago, and that popped up. So I'm holding the phone and she's watching it. I took her fishing for the first time. We went and got mani pedis. Mom wasn't too happy about that because we did it first. That's a mama daughter thing. But I thought she had already taken her. So, but it ended up
yeah,
being a daddy daughter first. So it's cool.
yeah.
I ain't mad at that. So,
It's gonna be.
when you guys separated, did you have an agreement on how you were gonna co-parent? Like, how did you make it work?
Um. So when we split, I didn't see my daughter for like 2 weeks. So but I was like basically like begging and like see her. So she ended up like letting her come over, but she only said like she'll drop her off about signing this letter saying that I get her from like Wednesday to Friday. So it's not because you feel like I was gonna kidnap her or something like that, or was gonna keep her or whatever. So we end up I end up signing this letter saying, yeah, all right, cool, yeah, let me get her from Wednesday to Friday every week. So we end up doing that,
So you were
and
so every Wednesday to Friday, you would have your daughter?
yeah, so I did that, and everything I bought for Xana, I just kept receipts and just kept My mom told me, yeah, hey, everything you buy for Xana, keep your receipts for it. Keep whatever you buy from food to shoes to whatever you know what I'm saying, whatever you do, just keep receipts. So um I did all that. We I usually got her Wednesday, sometimes I didn't. Sometimes there was excuses why and all of this and that, and um, yeah, that
All right.
happened for a
All right.
while. But it was manageable for a little while. I sent
Did you have
like
any support in place? So, from Wednesday to Friday, did you have your mother or did you have anyone else?
no, I just so what happened was I was working at Verizon and I told them that the only way they can keep me at this job is that I get Thursday and Fridays off because I need Thursdays and Fridays off for my daughter because I have some kind of like out of court custody agreement. So if like I don't have a babysitter. I don't have anywhere to take my daughter. I'm from New Orleans and all my family's down south. So um I need to I need these days off. It was mandatory, you know what I'm saying? So I can't work Thursday and Friday. And those are like they were mad at the time they were super mad about that because I was like one of their highest sellers and Thursdays and Fridays were like Navy paydays. You know what I'm saying? So everyone gets paid on Thursday and Friday. They want to come upgrade their phone or get something. You know what I'm saying? They're coming in with a pocket full of money. It's payday, and I'm off until Saturday. But from Saturday to Wednesday, I sell more than everybody in the district. And then they're
Wow.
looking at me like, well, what happened if we had your own payday? And I'm like, I don't know because I'm with my daughter. You're gonna respect that, or I can't even work here at all, selling more than everybody in the district. So what are we gonna do? You guys gonna throw away money because you can't have your way? You're gonna let me out my? You know what I'm saying? So it was easy. It wasn't easy, but it ended up becoming easy. You know what I'm saying? It was like after I told like the third person, and it was like, "What are you guys tripping about? Get this man his days off." You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just ended up going like that. It was they're like, "Well, we got to see what our higher ups say, and we got to see what our higher ups say," and then like, "Oh, we're sorry, man. Here, what other days you get off?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, it's just those 2 days, man. All right, cool. Yeah, we're good. And Jeff is a cool dude. Jeff was the manager at the Verizon. You know what I'm saying? He's good people.
All
He had a
right. All
long
right.
process of getting that done. But yeah,
Well, like I said, I
I
wanted
did
to
all that
keep it
stuff.
short. I want to
Yeah, we're
keep
gonna
it
keep it
short,
short. We'll
you
keep it
know,
short.
and what we're gonna do next time that you come on, we're gonna get into some more. So, again, if you guys watched the first episode where I kind of went through just kind of the different aspects of family court, we're gonna get into, you know, and I'm apologize for that typo there. What did you learn after testing? Should not be there. But uh, prohibit jailing for failure for child support. They take your driver's license. They really make it impossible for you to survive. We're going to get into that as we unravel this. So we hear about these stories all the time, but then there's never an actual person that's behind it. And Brandon uh, has offered to be that person and say, "Hey, this really happens to people. This is happening to me." And so, we talk about housing cost and not being able to uh, have a livable wage and not being able to pay. And when you put in child support into the mix, on top of everything else, how are you supposed to survive? Right. And so a lot of times non custodial parents are left with little options, and they're really just kind of out there, left to fend for themselves and try to do the best that they can. So, requiring formal child support management reports. We're going to get into right to lifestyle, child support value systems, child custody, child support, and non custodial parents. So we want you to come in and tune in next time for the next show, which will be episode 3. And we're going to go ahead and get into that. Uh, Brandon, do you have any final thoughts that you want to leave us with?
Um, yeah. When I'm sharing these moments of transparency and vulnerability, it's not to complain. I'm not crying about nothing. I'm not uh, I'm not doing this out of weakness or because I feel like I'm failing. Um, I'm rising above. and I'm making something happen out of these situations that I'm in. Even though I can't succeed there, I will succeed here. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm not. Everyone isn't built with the fortitude and the mind state and the strength and the motivation to find a different way to capitalize financially or to be successful and proud. So I just want you to know if you're in the same situation, um, you can do this. Um, don't give up. Don't be triggered by words or emotions or and go off the limb and try to do something that is going to land you somewhere that you shouldn't be. That's not going to be in the best interest of your long term goal. That's being a father to whoever or a parent or mother to whoever you want. You know what I'm saying? To be you know what I'm saying, a part of their life. You feel me? Um,
Mm.
I'm sharing this because I want to motivate you to just hold in there and don't take things in your own hands and keep using the proper channels and try to get justice, try to get try to get some understanding, um and you know what I mean. Everything's gonna be all right.
All right. I like that. If you have questions, please type them, uh, in the chat. I will read those and pass those on, or try to get answers for you. If you have questions that I can't answer, I could refer to an expert that may be able to help. Also, definitely subscribe uh, at youtube.com, the Conduit, and hit the bell so you never miss when we go live. uh, yeah, I think this is a tremendously important conversation. It's not been had. Uh, Not really. Not for the
And
folks
another
who.
thing, if the course ain't changing what you got to do, what you need to get changed for your financial situation, find a job that will pay you a 1099 until you can find a way to get your your child support modified so you can work a job that's not a 1099, so you can pay a reasonable child support other than working slave wages, so you can't even provide any kind of living for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying? Find a, if they're gonna manipulate you into slavery, manipulate them out of. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't don't go for the old banana in the tailpipe. You know what I'm saying? Try to find a different way. All W-2s, they're going to deduct that child support. And if you make an unlivable wage, you're not going to be able to pay your rent. You're going to be evicted. You know what I'm saying? You're going to keep getting evicted. You're going to keep losing homes, working a full-time job, and you're not going to go anywhere but backwards. And you're going to pay your child support and live in a car. You know what I mean? You're going to pay, and then you're not going to have custody of your kids because you're living in a car. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now your child support's going to go up because you're going to have less time with your child. And you're not going to spend more time with your child, so you're going to be in a cycle where you're not even going to be able to dig yourself out of the hole that they put you in. Find yourself a 1099 so you can find a way to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, find someone that will pay you on the terms of 1099. Find a trade, Google it, do your research, figure something out, man, because that's the only way they're going to let you out. That's the only way you're going to, or open your own business.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Open your own business, find you a business partner. If the courts ain't gonna let you out, find you a way out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, these courts ain't playing fair. And they don't care about your livelihood. They don't care how you're gonna win. They don't care. They don't want you to win. They don't want you to. It's not even about winning against anyone. It's just about winning in life. You know what I'm saying? You're not even competing. You're just competing against yourself, and they don't even want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, just find you a way out, man. Find you a way out. But just sitting in that bubble, you're going nowhere fast. You're treadmilling. I just want to help you. That's what I'm here for as well, too. As well, that's it's more than one thing. I'm not here just to tell my story. I'm here to also help you overcome your story too.
That's what I'm talking about. if anyone also is listening that has resources that folks can use, please email the Conduit Podcast Show at gmail.com, and we will make that available on every medium that we can. Tremendously important. Brandon, I appreciate you coming on and, telling your story. I know it's a lot for you to do, and we've got a lot to unpack, getting into the courts and everything else, which we will be doing as we kind of unroll this. So again, please subscribe, like, and share so you never miss a show. And reach out, ask questions, right? Here to help. That is the whole point. So for now, we're going to go ahead and sign off, and we'll see you next time. For Brandon, I am Marwan Cameron. This is The Conduit. All right, y'all.